I ain't hungry. First, I always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving.
Hurt takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. Touchdown! Jalen Hurt!
When that cage opens up again, our teeth are snarling. We're drooling. We're ready. We're hungry, ready to hunt again.
Dallas, we hate you. Braves need to snow. The Eagles train to go. The Eagles win!
And again, and again, and again.
It ain't about them. It's about us. We play up to our potential. Each and every one of us together. Nobody can beat us. I promise you. Promise you.
What is up, my brews, my bird brews? We are back. It's another Speaking Birds. We got the crew back together. We got Clayton. We got John. What is up, guys?
How we doing?
What's up? Good to be here.
Man, before we started, Clayton, you said something that I think we all can, we all can relate with. The Phillies ruining our weeks.
Disgusting. Just a disgusting performance, that series, I'll tell you. And I really thought when they won that one that maybe they were going to turn it around, but
Yeah, I think we all did. Like I was a fool. I was a fool. I thought maybe, the walk-off win, you get some of that postseason magic going, and they just flat, just couldn't get anything going.
Lifeless from the beginning of the series, even before the postseason. They were lifeless, man. They're just dismal at best.
Yeah, I think heads got to roll. I personally think heads got to roll. I think we're talking about, I mean, aside from Harper, which I would put Harper on the chopping block. That's just me personally. He's not going anywhere, but neither is Trey. Trey's got like 8 years, like what is it, like 245 million left on his contract. But I think everyone is available. Everyone else is the head should roll. I think Rob Thompson, he should be gone. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. It may be time to move on from Thompson. Bryce, I don't know so much, or Trey, obviously, but the inability to what really killed us, I feel like, is the inability to lay off bad pitches. I mean, they're just swinging at freaking everything, like not even in the zone, in the dirt. It's just like it was hard to watch,
Yeah.
there was no plan at the plate, and it was obvious. I mean, you got Baum going up there. I think he had like 5 at bats and saw 6 pitches, or it's something crazy like that. And it's like, what are you doing? But yeah, I mean, as far as house cleaning, it's Harper, Turner, Wheels, Nola, Sanchez, maybe Casti. Right. Beyond that, I don't care who goes. Like, you can buy or sell the entire rest of the team, in my opinion, and the coach. I mean, if Topper comes back, I'm not going to hate it. If he goes, I'm not going to hate it. Like, this is a complete whatever move with Top. But
he's got to be,
The hitting coach needs changed. I mean, that's obvious.
That's what I was going to say.
If you're not going to get rid of Top, then you need to get rid of the hitting coach for sure.
Yeah, you got to seriously gut his entire staff, and he'd be the only one left, essentially, if you keep him. Yeah. It was tough. It was tough. I when they steal the first game at home, I was trying to be optimistic, but that's never a good look. And especially you come out flat, and they just didn't look like I don't know. It's weird. And like leaders, you need leaders. Like where's Harper getting everyone fired up? It just seemed like there's no one there to get things going.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, it's lifeless. I've said it like the last 3 podcasts we did, and they're just lifeless, absolutely lifeless. Like, and I always give Castellanos a hard time. I know I message you guys all the time, like, man, this guy's terrible, but he's the only one who showed up with heart.
Got to give it to him. He did.
Sure.
And Alec Bombs, his RBI, his little dribblers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's weird how the end of the season went with that team, because they were a vibe team, right? Like they were always the ones having so much fun, and it was like it flipped, especially in that series against the Mets. It was like the Mets looked like the Phillies from 22, like having a blast, having fun, and then you look over at the Phillies. They're tight as hell. Like, nobody looks like they're having fun. They look like they don't even want to be there. They look like the Braves in that 22 series. And same result, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. If maybe there was a culture issue down the stretch there, but they did not look like the team that we expected. They that loved each other and had each other's back and was always, picking each other up when one was down. Didn't see any of that. You just seen no emotion, no effort, no. It was just like a listless boat floating through that series, and they got sunk.
DOA, dead on arrival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Another funny thing, this might be a hot take here, but Real Muta's out there. I think before the last game, he's 0 for 25 at bats or something like that. It's like maybe you start Stub, the guy who's the party animal in the club.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
he
get him
goes out
going.
there and yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he goes out there and wakes the damn team up, with his antics or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, something will change. I think there is a silver lining in this, in that something's got to change. And we loved the marsh and the chemistry, but at least now we can break that up. Like what do they call it? The babysitters club or whatever they are,
The
daycare.
daycare, yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
whatever. Yeah, that got you far, but we can finally break that up, and get better.
What's
Yeah,
crazy is even, the last inning there, they have the tying uh batter up, up to bat. I'm like, man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna come back right here in the ninth, and then they folded. But
Yeah. What else can you say about it? It's just, I don't know. It's these last couple seasons I've taken kind of super personally. It's like all the time wasted. I don't know. I feel like it's like stung a little more. Maybe it's
yeah,
expectations or what, but all right. Anything else on the Phillies? We look to Clearwater. I think it's what 100 and how sad counting the days to Clearwater.
I don't know. I was
I mean,
very invested this year, and they beat me up there at the end.
yeah,
it's sad. They taken it. I mean, what from 22 to 23 to 24, they took a step back, but yet they improved their roster every year. It's time to blow it up, man. And that's all. That's the last I'm gonna say on it. This Philly team
yeah.
better be completely different when we roll in next, into spring training next year.
I think you hand Soto a
Whatever
blank
they want.
check.
Yep,
Yep.
whatever he wants.
Yeah, and you know who really? I know we're gonna try not to harp on it, but Dombrowski, man, that guy deserves as much blame as anyone. You got this season, and you got to go all in at the deadline. What does he get? Hayes,
Yeah, yeah.
Estevez
That was
can't even
pathetic.
field a grounder. Gives up a gives up a grand slam. I
To
mean,
a switch
he's got
batter
to push
too.
the chips all in. Or no, who was it? It was Hoffman, or was it Estevez?
No, Estevez gave up the grand slam.
Yeah,
Hoffman was
Hoffman
Yeah.
equally
loaded
as
him.
he was equally as bad though. Man, he probably would have gave up a ton of runs too if they didn't pull him.
I was kind of
Yeah.
surprised he even came back out, but I mean, what are you gonna do there anyway? I don't know if you want to
Yeah.
go to Estevez earlier, whatever. I don't know. I'm just fucking over it. I don't even want to think about the fucking Phillies anymore.
Well, let's get over it. We're done. Let's bury it. Let's move on. And I gotta say, guys, to kind of shift the tone, I'm feeling optimistic going into this week. Maybe I'm smoking the copium, but I'm looking at videos from the locker room. Slate. I know we talk about Slay. He's keeping everyone loose. He's joking around. I don't know. We're back healthy. We got AJB. We got Devontae. And this is a Browns team we should beat up on. I know we hear that a ton, but I feel great.
Yeah, I
Feel
mean the
good.
Browns are after watching them last week, they were pretty dang bad, especially Deshaun Watson. I definitely feel good. I feel good about our chances here. This is the game we need to get out and recorrect all the issues. You know what I mean? We need to
Yep.
come out hot. And apparently from what we saw here midweek, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead here, but it seems like Hertz and Sirianni might have buried the hatch a little bit.
Yes. Yes. I don't know who's in Hertz's ear, if it's genuine, but in a press conference, he said he had some great moments with Sirianni. He kind of doubled down on believing in him. So yeah, I don't know. There's some good vibes going on, and I think it'll translate into a win. Let's look
Let's
at
hope.
let's look at the Browns here. Let's see what we got here. Points per game. We got the Birds. We're putting up 21.5. Browns are putting up 15.8. Total yards, we're putting up 365.5. And the Browns are putting up 239.4. Yeah, if you look down this list,
Yeah.
you know, it looks like looks like we're the better team. And I'm pretty pumped for it.
Other than the turnover ratio, but that's something we got to clean up big time.
Which, I mean, on that front, some positivity here. Hurts didn't throw an interception last game, and that breaks a 7-game streak of it. So, I mean, he still had the turnover with the fumble. So the turnover streak continues, but at least it wasn't a pick. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping, he gets all his pieces back. They had a week to sit down, self-evaluate. Like you said, the coach and QB1, finally, hopefully, are on the same freaking page here, or at least publicly they are. Which is a
a step
start.
in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a start. I'll take it. Especially after, that little comment when they went into the bye week. Like, we have our moments. It's like, oh man, dude. You just gave Philly media cannon fodder for the entire bye week. That's all
Yeah.
we're gonna hear. And sure enough, that's all we heard. But it was good for him to come out, unprompted, and I'm pretty sure somebody was in his ear. I don't know if that was Mr. Lurie himself or if it's one of, the Eagles, you know, publicity guys, whatever. Somebody was in his ear, and he made it a point to come out and get his coaches back. And finally, dude, even if it's not true, finally, thank you for saying
Yeah.
something, so we can put this to bed.
Yeah,
Tired
but
of
yeah.
hearing it.
you shouldn't have to have somebody tell you that. You know what I mean? That should be automatic as a professional. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Even
Ride
if
for
you
your
don't
guys.
believe it. Yeah. Even if you don't believe it, you go out and say the right things. I mean, it's like, back when Wentz and Doug were here, they would take accountability. I know I have to be better. I have to be better. I don't know that they believe that, but they were saying it, and it was the right thing to say for a while. And then it's just like, okay, it's never going to get fixed. But say the right things, man. Just don't give them fuel for the fire when they already think there's a rift between you two. Like,
Yeah.
finally,
That's
say something positive.
PR training 101. I mean, that should
Yeah.
the minute you step in that door, you should be like shown to a room where there's 4 professionals there with a PowerPoint and and you should get briefed on how to do this thing. But I think it was genuine. I think Hertz isn't the type of guy, even if he's not genuine, you can always kind of tell he's got that like that grin, that little smirk. And I think I don't know. I think maybe someone was in his ear, but maybe they got him to come around. We can only hope. We can only
And well, I mean, if you think about it, I actually do hope that they did have a sit down. Maybe it's being overblown, but do you remember when Iverson and who the heck was the coach?
Larry Brown.
Larry
Yes,
Brown,
dude, they
yeah.
had to have a sit down, and they freaked out on each other for like an hour. They were locked in a room, but it was good after that. Like the relationship was good. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's maybe it's something like that. Hopefully, that coming out of this bye week, they can be on the same page, and they don't have to be best friends, but they have to be able to work together.
Exactly. Maybe they boxed. Hopefully they boxed each other.
Oh, I love it.
Who do you think would win in a boxing match, Hertz or Sirianni?
I mean, Sirianni's already got black eyes, and he hasn't been
He looks
boxing.
like he's been up
It's
for
like I don't think he sleeps, man. Either that or he's just like a hardcore pillhead.
Sure.
Yeah. Dude, I saw his press conference. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. He sounds like a guy that's been beaten down. It's like, dude. But we need this. I need them to do well. I don't know. My sanity, I think, relies on this at this point.
Yeah, we got to come out and dominate, man. Let's not turn. I hope we don't continue the turnover streak. I think we should try to end that this week. You know what I mean, and get back to business as usual.
Yeah. Oh man, could you imagine like an AJ Brown 2-touchdown game?
Oh,
150 plus.
It's what we need.
Man.
I mean, 100%. This team needs to come out, not just for the city, for their own mentalities, like their own psyches. They need to come out and handle business against this team. This is a team that is reeling. that they should come out and curb stomp. And they haven't curb stomped anybody in a long time, but this is the team that they should do it to. If it works out that Deshaun Watson looks like Joe Montana out there Sunday, I'm gonna freak out, dude. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna lose my mind. Like Philly sports will have driven me insane. I'm gonna go commit myself.
And you can catch it all on the post game pod.
That's right.
Sunday at
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We're
if
gonna
you look
video
at
it.
it, like our defense should have a good day against this offense. Their line is ranked 30th in pass protection. They've dropped, I think, 26 sacks they've given up in 5 games. That's fucking putrid.
Yeah.
I think they have 2 backup tackles, are going to end up playing for them, which are not great. And then their interior is even worse. I think their center's out too. So I mean, they have like 20 people on their injury report, something like that. So they're
Yeah.
banged up. Not only are they playing poorly, they're banged up. So this is a get right game for this defensive line. Like even Huff should be able to do damage.
Career game.
They also allow about on average 326 yards per game. So our offense should also feast.
Yeah, and they're banged up on the defensive side too. I think Ward is their cornerback. They don't know if he's going to play. Miles
Ward's very good though.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the best. They have a ton of talent. They're just hurt right now.
Yeah.
However, they have a ton of sacks too. They got 14 sacks on the
Yeah.
year.
Is it Miles Garrett up front there?
Oh, he's elite.
He's a freak of nature, man.
Yeah. He's questionable. He's got the Achilles.
Yeah, I
we'll
was
see
gonna say
about
I've
that
seen
too.
something with a foot and an Achilles that but they're expecting him to play, but he's gonna be hampered, so he's not gonna be
Hopefully he's
100%.
not out there swinging his helmet around.
Man, Jordan Hicks is on the Browns? I didn't know
Oh,
that. Oh wow. All right. Yeah. Yeah, this
The
is
only
a
time
game.
he stayed
Who said
healthy
it?
is when he left the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Another
That's how it
little
goes.
fun little tidbit on this Browns defense. They're giving up. I think they're averaging 10 missed tackles game, which is actually worse than us. So they have a tackling issue as well. I think we're averaging 8. So they've given up 50 missed tackles over 5 games.
Wow.
We're at 32.
Yep.
And
a
the
game
majority
hit.
of ours came in that last game.
Right.
Yeah. I love it. Speaking of their injury woes, we're coming into it pretty freaking healthy. We're getting some guys back, and Sidney Brown is going to be back. How do you guys see him fitting into this equation? Are we going to slow roll him?
Yeah, I think they'll probably bring him in slow. I'd like to see, Sidney Brown is a high energy guy. He'll come up and put the hat on you. So I think they'll bring him in slow. But if CJG Chauncey Gardner keeps missing these tackles and he's out of place on some of these, dropbacks and stuff, it may be the Sidney Brown show eventually here. Hate to say it, but
I mean, well, I think we'll definitely see him special teams. Might even see him special teams this weekend, which is nice. I mean, it's good to get him back on special teams. That guy flies around with his hair on fire, always looking to deliver a hit. So that's great to have him back. And I agree with you, John. I think they'll probably bring him along slowly unless an injury occurs. Or I mean, we don't really run a lot of dime, but I could see him coming in as the dime backer.
yeah, I like that.
Just to get him on the field because I
Or if
know.
they go 3 high safety.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vic will run that 3 high safety look, so you could see him in there. I bet you they'll have some packages and stuff worked up for him to get him in, but barring an injury, I don't know that he'll get like full-time playing time just yet. I think it would take CJ playing really bad, or even I mean, if you want to look at Blankenship, he's not much better, missed tackle wise anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if he, but he was pretty good in coverage. So yeah, I guess you can't really go there, but hopefully he's hydrated by now.
Yeah, he popped. I don't know about today, but I heard yesterday he was still on the freaking injury report for an illness.
Yeah,
Like this
dehydration.
guy's still sick from freaking Sunday, man. He's still heat exhaustion.
Should have left him in the hurricane.
Dude, that's just
Hydrate him.
You want some water? Here, yeah. Open your mouth. Go
Yeah,
outside.
that shit's rough, man. I've been dehydrated a bunch of times before. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's no joke. But yeah, I mean, nice to get Sydney back here. I did see Nakobe Dean popped up as a limited participant with an ankle. I guess he hurt it in practice. So we'll have to monitor that, see what's what. I mean, after releasing Devin White's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in
we
time.
talked about that. Yeah. So we might
Um,
see some Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Junior, yeah.
Some Axeman Jr. coming in here.
Yeah, I saw a quote from him earlier today. He said he's more than ready, and he feels like he's completely sound,
This
prepared.
might
I
be
guess
my
was
hot
the word.
take. I'm taking a Jeremiah Trotter Jr. with his first sack of the regular season, and we're gonna get that axe, and that's gonna be the turning point of the season. That's my hot take.
Oof.
I want to see it. God, I want to see it.
I'm gonna put that on there. Speaking of players who might have an impact and that haven't previously, Cooper DeJean is getting the start at nickel.
Yep.
Yeah, thank God we didn't get to go over this. We kind of haven't touched on it and been waiting for this pregame podcast. But thank God, man, get Avante Matt. I mean, he should be released. There's a video of him. We're just getting shit on by the Buccaneers, and he's in the end zone talking about Fortnite with Mike
Yeah.
Evans.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He's like, "Do you still have me as a friend?" Yeah, it's like Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Get the fuck
It's like
out of here.
curved him. He's
Excuse
like,
my
oh
language.
yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Done, dude.
Yep.
Well, if he's gone, who's gonna play Nerf guns with Dallas Goddard around the house?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh man.
Well, I'm
But
excited
no,
to see
I mean,
Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm excited to see Coop out there. I have a bad feeling that he's not ready yet, but I mean, we'll see. At this point, just throw him in the fire. Like, if he's
Yeah.
ready or not, just throw him in. If he gets beat up, he'll learn.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons. Like, if Dean's out this week, obviously you want to go in with your best lineup, obviously. But I'm excited to see Trot Jr. because I really want to see these rookies early. I want to see Jalix Hunt out there too. I want to see him
Yes.
have a bigger role. I want to see what we're dealing with in these rookies sooner rather than later. And that's just how I am. I love rookies, so I
Yeah.
love rookies that that have the possibility to develop into something big, and that's Jalix Hunt and Trotter Jr. for sure. Q is just a monster, and I think DeJean will be okay eventually, but I don't think he's ready right now. He doesn't seem like he has his confidence when he's in his interviews and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the rookies as well, and almost too. Like, I don't know how he's. I don't know. He's not on the hot seat. I mean, Howie's never going to be on the hot seat for something like draft picks and whatnot. But it's like kind of a measuring stick for Howie too. Like, these guys that you drafted, can they come in and compete and make a difference? I don't know,
Yeah.
Howie.
Well, his draft picks this year better because I'll tell you what, his free agency class was absolutely terrible, man. I mean,
Yeah,
outside of Barkley, I mean, who else?
Becton,
Becton's nice. Becton's a nice
Vaughn.
piece. Vaughn was a surprise, and I almost put that more on Vic. I give Vic a little more credit because
Yeah.
I feel like that was a Vic pickup right there, and how he was like, all right, whatever, he's cheap, I'll do it. But some misses. Huff is a big miss, a lot of money.
White was a miss.
White.
Was a huge miss.
Burks,
just
Oren
such a
Burks.
weird. Yeah, I mean, he's still here, but
Yeah.
it's not contributing at all. So yeah, I mean, Howie
Yeah.
had some free agency gaffes this year, but hopefully his draft picks work out.
That's another thing. Like, there's never going to be really any top tier linebackers in free agency. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't let them go if they're good.
Patrick Queen was the only one that I was really
Yeah.
hoping we would target
Yeah.
this year, and I was so surprised that we had like no interest in him. Like, it was like we knew we wanted White, and that's what Howie went after, and it was a huge miss.
And I hate to say it, I would have loved to seen White suit up and play.
Me too.
But I guess he's just either that washed, or it was the whole something
Yeah.
happened personal in there.
So listening to some of these beat writers that are in there all the time and have their inside sources, they were saying that he freelances too much, and the reason that he was getting all the first team reps is because Vic wanted to see exactly what he had in this guy. So he was out there for everything. It didn't mean that he was the number one guy per se. It was just he wanted this guy getting all the reps in all the big time situations so he could evaluate and see where he was going. And it was like if you followed along with camp, Dean emerged after that open practice, like, especially up in the Patriots is where he really came on, and it was, like, after that Patriots joint practice, everybody kept saying Dean is the best linebacker on the team, but he wasn't getting number 1 reps. Well, that's why, because Vic
Mm.
was like, "What do I have with Devin White here? Like,
Yeah, I
what
get that.
exactly is he?" And I guess he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do and wasn't doing it consistently. Wasn't picking up the scheme like Vic wanted. If this guy's going to be wearing the green dot, he has to be where he needs to be. He has to know where everybody else needs to be. Like he's the quarterback out there.
Mhm.
Right.
And if you're not doing that, and you can't do that, then what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah, especially if you
gone.
want to play special teams. So you're
No, and that's
definitely
just,
gone.
and that was
Yeah, you're
another thing
definitely
because
gone.
he flat out refused to
Yeah.
play special teams. So,
Yeah.
I,
He
There's the
also did an
door.
interview. He
go.
also did an interview on the Pivot where he, which is like Fred Jackson,
Hmm.
Ryan Clark, and man, I cannot remember the other guy. He was a linebacker, but I mean, Devin White just talked himself up like he was the man on it.
I'll have to go back and listen to it. But yeah, I would like to see him play as well. Um, didn't work out.
No,
No,
no.
just I mean, I understand why he did it. That was another move that I was just like, I don't know. Whenever we did it, I was like, I thought he was washed in Tampa.
See, I
Maybe
generally liked Devin White the year before that he was like slated to be maybe traded to us even the year before, and I'm like,
Mhm.
man, I think that's a good move, especially the year before where we had nobody. I forget I mean, who was our middle linebacker last year?
Morrow and
Yeah, Morrow. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's forgettable already. I can't even remember their names.
Shaq Leonard was in there. Who was the
Yeah,
starter
Shaq
then?
Leonard, he was fucking terrible.
There was another. I
Morrow
can't
and
even believe he's not even in the league right now.
Yeah,
Zach
exactly.
Cunningham.
Cunningham.
Cunningham. Yeah,
There it
yeah, yeah.
was.
So I mean, yeah. Last year I would have taken anybody.
I mean, that's
Like,
when I was ready for it. So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, and that might have been the year to do it too. They probably would have gave him to us super cheap, even though we signed him, as a free agent and didn't have to give anything up for him. But like, we needed linebackers last
Oh,
year.
yeah. I mean, we're going out
Desperately.
getting Shaq Leonard at the trade
his,
deadline. That's how desperate we were.
his back's just destroyed.
Destroyed. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Does the Dean injury kind of like scare you guys a little bit? I mean, that's kind of like his big thing holding him back, and I know it's probably not major, but it's still like I don't know.
Oh, it scares me a little bit, but I definitely want to see what Trotter Jr. has. And then if he don't have
Yeah,
it, then I'm very scared. You know what I mean?
but just for Dean's longevity, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like is he
Yeah,
popping
I
up
mean,
on
look,
these lists too
I think I
much?
said it. I think I said it in our first podcast or second one that I was involved in. Like, you know, another big injury for Dean, and he's probably out the league.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, depending on how bad it is here, but it always seems like it's something with him. And these little injuries all of a sudden turn into big things, and it ends his season. Like last year, what was it? A foot? Like he had a foot injury or a
yeah,
leg injury
yeah,
early, and
foot.
then he came back and he had a foot, and then he like had to get surgery on it. Ended his season, and it messed with his OTAs too. He was still rehabbing during OTAs. Like, damn, man. And then him coming in during the draft process, he was hurt, supposedly a pecker or something like that. So I don't know. I I'm not a fan of any kind of injury prone player. cripple. Like, get them out of here. Get them off the team. But
Yeah.
as soon as they show their face to be like injury prone, I'm dead ass serious. Get him out. I don't want him here anymore. But I'm not saying that's Dean right now. But he's definitely a suspect. Like, I got my eye on you, buddy.
Yeah. What do you think the Eagles need to come out and do to be successful Sunday? Do we need to come out and run? Are we? Hey, let's start throwing it to our wide receivers we got back. What do you guys think?
Yeah, run the ball, man. Another thing is Barkley only has 3 rushing attempts on third down. And a lot of people think right away, like, well, that's because they're big third downs. But if you go back and look, out of 23 third downs, they were 4 yards or less. So he only has 3 carries on third down. Hurts has 15 carries on third down. He's also given up 4 sacks on third down. So, but yeah, run the ball. Maybe open up some play action, especially if we're running it well.
Whoa.
I know the Browns give up 141.6 rushing yards per game.
Yeah, I mean, and we have the line to do it. I mean, Lane's back. I say go out there and 100%. Just first quarter, establish the run. Like, just bully these guys down the field. 100%. We can just move the ball on the ground down the field on these guys. We don't even have to start throwing. Putting the ball in danger, putting it in Hurts' hands to turn it over. Just keep it on the ground, run it, get the ground game established, and then from the ground game, the pass game will flow. Trust me, it will open up. They'll start coming down, protecting the box more. You'll have, cleaner looks. Just please establish the run first. Don't do it in the second half. Don't come out and throw the ball up and down the field. Well, I don't know if they'll do it up and down the field. Don't come out and throw the ball 3 straight times and you're 3 and out like we did in Tampa. Like, don't do that. Come out, run the football. And this will be an easy day.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go against the grain. I say we come out and throw it 3 times. Throw it 6 times. Just throw it. No, I agree. We should be establishing that run. But man, I'd love to just remember those games where you come out and you just have your way with the passes. You just do it at will. I want to see that. But I agree with what you guys are saying for sure.
Here's a question.
Darius Slay working on his ball skills. The veteran Eagles cornerback said rookie Kenyon Mitchell's early struggles with pulling in a couple of would-be interceptions may have been related to the NFL football not having stripes like in college. Interesting.
What? Okay.
That's a good take. Hot take. We lost John.
Oh yeah, we did.
He's breaking off.
All right.
Man, I want to see a dominating win. I just need we should punch this team to the ground.
100%. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So we come out for the coin toss. We win the coin toss. What are you doing? You taking it?
Ooh, that's a great question. I take it. I take it. I
You make
take
the
it.
O set the tone?
Man, that's a great question. I want to take it and I want to like go down there and score.
Yes.
But that stat of us not like, man, we just haven't been. I think you got to take it. We got to turn the season around, and doing that, you're not going to be able to do that playing scared. And you got to have faith in your guys. You and Jalen just came together, had a bros night, whatever, and yeah, you got to say, hey, Jalen, I believe in you. I'm taking the ball. You're going down there and you're scoring. I think so.
Yep, touchdown, 7 points. We're breaking that stupid first quarter scoreless streak. That's where I was at with it too. I was thinking, and if we come out and win, I'm giving it right to Jalen. I'm telling them, run it down their throats. Show them it's going to be a long day on this first drive here. Take it down and put it in the end zone. Set the tone with the O.
Yeah, but look at this. Like, look on the flip side. Okay, like say we're watching it, they win the toss and they like defer.
Mhm.
That looks scared to me, and I go like it's just I don't know that confidence thing of like yes, like if we see them take the ball after winning the coin toss, like that will just spark some confidence and some like hope in me.
Mm.
I don't know. I like it.
Run the ball.
Run
I'm with you.
the ball.
I want like at least, we're only running the ball 10 carries a game. Let's go 10 carries in the first half.
Ooh,
Amen.
spicy.
I'll take more than 10. Doesn't all have to be
same.
Saquon either.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the thing. Like, dude, give it to Shipley. Give it to the rookie. I'll take him out there,
For sure.
Yeah, bring Shipley out there as a tailback and put Saquon in the slot or something,
Yeah, do a temperature check on the coordinators. What are we thinking we'll see? What do we need to see from them? More motion, more creativeness from more. Some more from more.
Yeah, I'd like to see Dotson get it going, maybe. At least a couple passes there in the game, and obviously throw it up big to AJ, get him back, Vontae back. But starts with running, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts just running. I don't think we'll see much under center. I think Jalen doesn't really like operating out from under center, which, whatever. If he's not comfortable there, I don't want him there. The last thing we need is him being even more uncomfortable in situations out there. But yeah,
Right.
I think the motion stuff is 100%. Like, I think we need to see a little bit more. It's kind of slacked off since the first game there, and that first game was our best offensive game. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we lost AJ right after that, so that's a big deal. I mean, the offense runs through AJ, Smitty, Saquon, and Goddard sometimes. But But yeah, I mean, not having AJ out there, I think, changed the offense, and then not having Smitty obviously in Tampa and AJ completely changed it. So I mean, it's been 4 weeks and 4 different products. The first week being the best product, and I think that motion helped Jalen pre-snap. I really do.
Absolutely.
So I think, yeah, we should get back to that a little bit more. Maybe with AJ being back in there, having all his guys back, maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know why having one player in there, as opposed to another would make a difference when it comes to motion, but whatever. I'm not an offensive coordinator. But yeah, we need to get back to the motion and get Jalen all the help he can give him here.
I'll say this quick. The Eagles are only one of 3 NFL teams to rank in the top 10 in NFL offense in 22, 23, and 24. The other 2 teams are the Lions and the Niners. And then the Eagles rank second in offense in 2022 with 389 yards a game, 8th in 23 with 354. And then before this past week, I don't know what we ranked now, but it was like 7th or 8th. Before we went to the bye. It could still be the same. I'm not 100% sure on that. But overall, the Eagles are 5th in offense over the last 3 years.
Is that scoring or yards? Or
Yards.
everything? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, aside from like, a couple, knucklehead turnovers that lost us games, I feel like we're having a whole different conversation about feeling bad about this team. I mean, they're ranking high in offense this season.
Right.
So I'm ready to turn the narrative around. I think this game will do it. We got our guys back. I think the when you look at this team, I think it's going to be look at this team when they're fully healthy. They worked through it. They had a bye week and they're lighting teams up. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm smoking the copium. And I don't know.
No, I think obviously we keep saying the same thing, I feel like, but
I know it feels like tiring.
You run that ball, open up that play action, and hit AJ Brown deep on a big play action play. Then I'm feeling good.
Well, I looked up food, Cleveland Browns food. We talked about the menu. Man, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find a single thing. They're saying pierogies, but I'm like, it's one of those things. Like, are you guys really known for pierogies? I've never heard that.
Must be a lot of Polish out there.
Yeah.
And corned beef. They said corned beef, but I'm like, I don't know.
Jesus, both.
I feel like everyone's known for corned beef, right?
Yeah, maybe some Irish out there too. Then
I don't know. I can't even dignify these Clevelanders with their foods. We'll make like a hot dog. Call it a day.
Glizzy.
Here's something I read before the pod started here. The Eagles could possibly be predicted to part ways with Slay before the trade deadline.
Yeah, I did hear that.
You want to speak on it?
I don't I don't know if that's a great idea, to be honest with you. Even though, last time we spoke about Slay, it was bad. Doing dumb shit as a captain. But I mean, do you have confidence that I don't even know who they would put in? I mean, is it
I think
Rodgers
it's
or is it
I think
okay?
it's Rogers. Yeah.
Because he was liking because I guess a bunch of Colts fans were hitting him up saying to come back to Indianapolis, and he was liking those tweets. So
Oof.
just again, stay off social media, guys. Stay the hell
Yeah.
away from social media. God,
It's like if you're not playing at all, you know
yeah,
what I mean. You are gonna like
get it.
stuff like that because you want to
And
get out there
and he's
generally.
posting. He was posting shit before that, so I don't think he's happy right now. And I get it, man. Like he was playing at a high level in camp there, and it looked like he had beat out, Keeley, and then he didn't even get a chance because they just
Right.
put Q out there.
Yeah.
And Q just, ran away with the job. So I get it. I get the frustration. I mean, depending on what you can get back for Slay, if you're
That was gonna be my point.
if you're not
Exactly.
getting much back for him, dude, I don't know that
No.
I would pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
It's a
But
no.
if you can get something nice for him, or even a player for player trade, somebody that's going to help this pass rush, maybe, because
Yep. I
Slay's
guess
Slay's still playing good, but he's not playing elite this year. So who knows what the drop off would be to Rodgers or even Ringo if you brought one of those two in to replace Slay. So
Well, I think the other podcast he was giving up like 129.7 pass rating or something like that. So I mean, that's all but terrible.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I mean,
true.
I definitely have more confidence in Slay than any the other guys going against ones. But again, they don't Slay don't travel either. So the one, he goes over to Q's side, then Q's on the one.
Hmm.
So maybe it's not as bad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because they're not traveling.
yeah. He's not following the number one around shutting him
Yeah.
down anymore. So I mean, it's not like he's doing anything
So
special.
maybe
He's just a
you
corner.
could get away with. I don't know if Ringo's the guy. I'm not going to say that, but Rogers is a little bit unknown there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could probably get away with replacing Slay's productivity, but I don't know. Him and Q seem to have a good rapport, and their lockers right next to each other. I feel like his value on this team is measured past his on-field play. I really want him mentoring Q, and he seems like like he really enjoys doing that. And I don't know. I kind of want him to. I kind of want Q to be able to like sponge everything he can off of him. I don't know.
That makes sense. I mean, and also, I know the fans are down on Slay, and rightly so. But inside that locker room, Slay is loved, man. They asked CJ about that little incident with the Parsons thing, and he's like, "Nah, man, it's fine." He was like, "This is a something I forget what he said, a
Yeah,
comfort
but
zone or something like that for our vets." He was like, "Yeah, me and Slay are fine." I'm paraphrasing him there, but
Right.
he was like,
did you
"Yeah, man, we're fine, no worries."
did you see what when Slay did that? Did you see what Chauncey tweeted?
The damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was initially pissed.
Yeah, I guess they talked and they worked it out, and so I mean, I know for a fact that he is loved in that locker room, and it may fuck with chemistry if we get rid of him. But again, like I said, it all depends on compensation.
Right. It
I'm ready
does.
to
Yeah.
I'm ready to blow that up for the right pay day, So
For sure.
Absolutely. High draft pick, something like that.
yeah, player for
Does
player
he
trade.
Yeah.
does he get a high draft pick though? I mean, what has he got? Like
No, he's
I don't know,
old.
2
You know what I
years?
mean?
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
probably not.
He's got a big contract too. He's got a cap hit that's pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, what are you looking at? A 3, 2? Nobody's giving a 2. Maybe a 3. I don't know. I don't know what you get back
I
for him.
mean, maybe if we're sellers at the deadline and there's a team that really needs,
Well, if the
you know,
season's over by the deadline, like if we're
Yeah, do
sellers,
it.
yeah, dude,
At that
fire
point, do
sell it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's not going to
yeah,
come
yeah,
back
yeah.
next year. We're not. Might as well get something for him while you can. At that
Absolutely.
point,
Yeah.
if the season's dead at the deadline, yeah, get him out of here.
Which it won't be.
No,
We'll
it
be
will not.
No,
we'll be
no, no, no,
buyers.
no.
We're buyers.
No, because
We're
we got a semi, winnable couple games coming up here. We need to be.
We'll have 3 losses at best come trade deadline. Hot
Yeah.
take.
Hot take. Ooh, 3 losses. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Sorry, trying to
Love
get my
that.
swagger back here, man. Trying to get some confidence back in this team.
Yeah, the city
Yeah.
needs us, dude. The city needs
do.
us to get back because the city is just dead now.
Yeah, we need someone to grab like Hurts by the collar and just be like, "This city needs you."
Yeah.
He knows. They all know. They all know. They know. They know. But yeah, we'll get we'll flush the Phillies as soon as time allows us to, and a win will help. A win against the Browns will definitely help. Predictions, guys. I know. You guys aren't one for predictions. Any inspirations here?
Well, I mean, Vegas is what the line right now. I think it opened at 8.5 and it moved to 9, which is wild. So I mean, they're predicting a blowout. I'm gonna say we're gonna put up 34 on these guys.
I
And,
love that.
and they will put up 17 on us. 34-17.
Well, here's another thing before I give my prediction. The Browns have given up 43 penalties to our 28.
Ooh.
So they're
Wow,
a
and
highly
we're-
penalized team.
I was gonna say because we're
I felt like we're getting
penalized
flagged all the
too.
damn time.
We're getting flagged quite a bit. So yeah, that's impressive. They have almost double what we have. Yikes.
I'd like to see, obviously pure domination, but I'm thinking Ford TDs at 28. I don't know, 10.
10, nice. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
I want to see like Alex said in the beginning, like 2 for Brown, and I'd like to see Saquon Barkley get maybe 2. Just rip off what he's been continuing to do. Like I'd like to get him because obviously we missed this bye week. Everybody else has a bye week, but now Barkley's down 150 yards in the running back race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
we
see
gotta
him
get
get right back to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Penn State guy, but I like Barkley.
Man, yeah, we need to get him back there, and I think that 30 number. I like the way that sounded. I'm gonna go ahead and say 31 Eagles, and then 31-21 Browns, and they'll score like 10 in garbage time. It'll be like, I don't know, 31-21. Guys, anything else you'd like to add? Like to say about this upcoming match? What am I, freaking Premier Soccer League over here?
No. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'll have more after the game and get back into the groove there. The Phillies, like I said, really just
yeah.
beat me
I'll be
down.
honest with you, man.
Kinda.
My heart's not in anything sports related right now. I'm just gutted
I know.
after
feel ya.
that series.
I
So
feel ya.
I'm just looking forward to getting to Sunday here to watch my birds stomp out a team. It's something we haven't done in a long time, and I have a good feeling that that's coming this weekend. We're gonna get it. This is gonna be a get right game.
And if
You
it's
gotta-
not, we got this is a
If it's not, Sirianni's got to get fired, 100%.
Yeah, all
right.
Dude.
no,
You
we're not
got
talking
to
about it. We're
move
not
on.
talking about it.
You got
Okay,
to move on. You
okay.
got to move on.
See, I didn't ask my typical question. What are we looking like on Sunday? If this is like, we can't bear it. We can't even bear to talk about it.
I
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
Not even. We're
There's the
steamrolling.
loss is not even running through my head right now, dude. This is a win. I have confidence that this team is going to handle business like they should on Sunday.
and
It's
I'm
all
gonna
of our brains just protecting ourselves.
I'm gonna take it back to baseball one more time. The Phillies are the goddamn Dallas Cowboys, and we don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys on this podcast. You know what I mean?
Hey, we'll never talk about the Phillies again.
Yeah,
We'll-
I'm done.
We'll actually
I'm
delete the
done.
episode.
Yeah.
Let's delete the episode.
Delete 'em. All right, guys, we're gonna look ahead. If there's anything that you want to send into the show, anything that we've said that you disagree with or want to bring up a point, ask a question, speakinbirds@gmail.com. And if you want to call in, if you're a caller, if you like
Oh
voice,
shit, we have a number.
oh, if you like voice messages, do we, John? Do we have a number, guys? 215-469-1480. Give us a call. It'll go to our voicemail, and we'll play it on the air. We'll answer questions. You can beef with us there. You can do anything you want. Guys, we'll see you after the game.
Yes,
Let's
sir. Go Birds.
We'll be there. Clayton, you coming down?
Oh yeah. I'll be there.
All right.